Okay, friends, hopefully you just got done watching the video that takes you a little bit more in depth about myths, and you looked at legends and a little bit more of the different folktale genres. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the next slide. And if you look here at our next slide, it says, is it a myth or a fairy tale? So we're going to take these two different genres of folktales and we're going to compare them. So I'm really excited. The first one that we're going to talk about is down here, this one that says magic. So when we're talking about magic, it's kind of something that I think goes in both. You can't have Zeus throwing giant thunderbolts at the ground at Earth without having a little bit of a magic aspect to it. You don't have a flying horse Pegasus without some magic, right? And then, of course, our fairy tales always have magic. The fairy godmother turns Cinderella, her dress into a beautiful dress, and the pumpkin into a carriage. And so we've got the magic element there. So I'm going to take the magic and I'm going to put this in the center, because I personally think that magic can go with both. All right, so let's keep looking. Let's do next, we're going to do castles. So when I typically think of a castle, our myths, those take place in ancient times. So they also are more talking about gods and goddesses. So probably not a myth, but I know when I think about fairy tales, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Ariel, most of those take place in some type of castle. So I'm going to put castles under fairy tales. There we go. All right, I'm going to look at, gods and goddesses. So we just kind of talked about that a little bit. When we're looking at the two of them, gods and goddesses, that's going to go under myth, because, that is where we find Zeus. And then a fairy tale is where we're going to find a prince or a princess. Some of these things I feel like can go under both a myth or a fairy tale. So feel free to put them where you think they go. Make sure that you watch the previous video so that you know. If I come through and I watch and I can tell that you probably didn't watch that video, I'm going to make you check it out again, because I want you to know for sure where these things go. So when you're done, I'm going to let you finish the rest of it on your own. Go ahead and sort the rest of them. And then when you're done with that, be sure to exit out and then go back to your Google Classroom and push the turn it button. Don't share it with me. Sharing it with me does not turn it in, and I can't grade it. So I need you to turn it in. And if you have questions about how to do that, make sure that you message me and let me know. All right, friends, I've had so much fun talking with you about myths. If you have questions, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to Zoom with you one-on-one. I will chat with you later. Love y'all. Bye.